What if I told you a 5-day work week is a glitch in the system and not a necessity? I have a theory that we could get to a 2-day work week and still enjoy a decent to better standard of living than we have now. I believe that artificial intelligence and automation can help us achieve this. Robotics and AI, vertical farming, desalination technologies, solar power, nuclear, large language models. There's all this convergence. 3D printed houses, automated food production, humanoid robots, self-driving cars. I really believe that if humans cooperate, like very thoroughly, we could make a 2-day work week an economically viable option. And of course, people could work more, people could have passion projects, people could have hobbies, people could engage in self-directed learning. People do not need to get bored. There's no reason to be bored. But if more humans had time freedom, then perhaps parents could spend more time reading to their children and spending time with their children. And people could spend more time having less stress and enjoying life. That seems preferable and desirable. So how can we go from a 5-day work week to a 2-day work week? We'll probably start by moving it to a 4-day work week, and then a 3-day work week, and then a 2-day work week. And in the last year or two, a union of about 400,000 people, maybe 390,000 United Auto Workers, I believe part of their contract bargaining, they wanted a 4-day work week to be standard. Now, they didn't get it, but it's a step in the right direction. You won't get it unless you try. So, with regards to economic productivity and capitalism, if we can have only ethical capitalism, I think that is a way we can move towards a 2-day work week. There are companies developing artificial intelligence and humanoid robotics and self-driving cars. These automation technologies are really only desirable if we can have all of humanity benefit sufficiently. We can have a utopia, so to speak, or heaven on earth, or we can have a technocratic dystopia where there's a surveillance state and a state where we could have abundance, but instead we have, technocratic oppression. That's not good. So how can we harness artificial intelligence and automation and all these other technologies that I mentioned, like desalination and self-driving cars and humanoid robotics, to have abundance in a 2-day work week? Well, I think that'll take some creativity and cooperation if we're going to get there. But I do think we could potentially get there, and I think we should try to get there. But I think if we don't intentionally try to get there, we likely won't get there. So that's my thinking on that. If you think a 2-day work week is ultimately desirable and technologically possible, then probably do what you can to help move us towards that. Whether it's just, make a video or, start a business or so on and so forth. Be creative. Be creative. Be creative. I'll leave it there. Bless up. Limitless peace.